All right, so what we wanted to look at is I asked you to try carbonate. That's kind of in the whole middle of the board, and then I got some things happening here around the edges, so I apologize because I wanted to put it all on one board where people could see it. All right, two concepts here. First concept, the octet rule. Of the carbonates, let's just check. So when you build one, you go, okay, does it actually work? Well, this oxygen, 2, 4, 6, 8. All the oxygens are the same, 2, 4, 6, 8. How many does the carbon have? 6. Not okay. Gotta have 8. It's carbon. That top row, gotta have 8. Here, how many does the carbon have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Is that okay?
No.
How many does the carbon have? 12. Totally right out. So of these, this is the only one that's okay. Now, I was asked, could you go triple? Well, if you go triple, it's even worse, not better in this case, because you're already overloaded. So yeah, one double is as good as it gets. All right? So this is the only. Now, when you do this, what you need to do is if it's an ion, you put brackets around the outside and you tell me what the charge of the ion is. So when you do a Lewis structure, brackets around the outside, tell me what the structure is. Okay, so what the charge is, excuse me. Okay, now, let's look, I just did two other ones here to illustrate the next point. Sulfate, 2 minus. I could double bond everybody, right? And I'd put the bracket, they'd be brackets around the outside. Is this okay? How many do I have around the sulfur? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. That's whacked. Now, is this better? Well, it's less, it's down to 12, but then I could also look at Gesundheit. I could also go all single bonds, and we'll look at whether that's okay. All right? Now, next concept. It's called formal charge. I'm going to erase part of this. If you have the video, you can rewind. All right? Now, it's called formal charge, and it's how we check if stuff is good or not. And what it means is, does an atom have the right number of electrons? Okay, so let me show you an example. What we're going to do is we're going to count the number of valence electrons that it has. Okay, like for this one, sulfur should have 6. Why? Because it's 2s2, 2p4, right? So it's got 6 valence electrons. Now, when we count over here, when we counted everything in the bond as being part of that atom. When we're doing formal charge, if it's in a bond, each one gets 1 electron. Okay, meaning that this sulfur gets 1 of those to count for its formal charge, that oxygen gets 1. So this sulfur has 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all it has. So it should have 6. It has 4. So that sulfur is +2, formal charge. Okay, it's a totally new concept. Just play with it for a second. So notice all 4 oxygen are done the same way. So how many does each oxygen have? Well, it's got 1. This unbonded pair is not shared, so it has both of those. And it has both of those. And it has both of those. So it should have how many? So actually sulfur's 3s2, 3p4, sorry. So how many does oxygen have? Off the periodic table, how many should it have? Should have 6. How many does it have? 7. Therefore, it's -1. Okay. So if we're looking at the formal charge, this sulfur is +2, and every one of the oxygen is -1. Okay? Now, what we're trying for is to be as close to 0 with everybody as we can. That's the idea of formal charge. And the other thing, the octet rule, we have to have everybody have 8 that they're sharing. In this, we're trying to get as close to a formal charge of 0 with everybody as we possibly can. So if I look at this sulfur here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See what I'm doing? So should have 6, does have 6. Formal charge is 0. It's really good. How about this one? Oxygen. 1, 2, unbonded pair, 3, 4, unbonded pair, 5, 6. Should have 6, does have 6. Formal charge is 0. This one's exact same. How about this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Should have 6, does have 7, minus 1. Now remember, it's an ion, so we've got 2 of the oxygen, both at minus 1. That gives us our minus 2 charge, so that's good. So if I compare these two, all right, if I compare these two, this one, that one has a -1, that one has a -1, all 3 of the others are formal charge 0. This one is +2, all of these are -1. That's not good. That's more things with charge than we want. Okay? If we were to compare that to this guy over here, first of all, it's just crazy with 16, but also the sulfur will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it would be -2. And all the oxygen would be 0. Because they're all the same. Yeah?
But don't they all end up being -2 anyway?
Correct. But here's the difference. What we're trying for is for all the atoms to have the lowest, closest to 0 formal charge they can. Okay? So this one, everybody has a formal charge. Don't like that. This one, only the sulfur has a formal charge. But here's the problem. Who's stronger? If you look on the periodic table, who's stronger, oxygen or sulfur? Oxygen. So if you figure somebody has to have the extra electrons, do you think it should be the sulfur or the oxygen? Probably the oxygen. So this one looks good, and you'll learn as we go, it'll get easier, because these two are neutral, 0. That one is 0, and a couple of the oxygen are -1. That's really good. So what I want you to do is take a moment, look at these two structures here, and say which of those, that's octet, that's octet, that's octet, they're all octet. Which one's better formal charge? Take a minute and try it. Just we'll go to commercial interruption. Can't pause a video, can I?
No, you can.
How?
There's like
It's like
pause
next to the
button
record.
right here.
Now we're back. So we've got 2 possible options here. We've got this one, we've got that one. So we've said they were octet, that's good. So we look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so this oxygen is -1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one is +1. Is everybody clear on that?
Yeah.
All right, this one's also -1 because same layout. All right, now, how about this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. What's that make the chlorine? +2.
Why?
Because it's only, no, what do you mean, why? That's how we learn. All right, because it's in a bond, it's only got 1. This unbonded pair is 2, so it should have 7. It's only got 5, so it's +2. I'm not liking that. All right, and then this oxygen here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's minus. No, that's 0, isn't it? This should have 6, does have 6. This one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, should have 6, has 7. This one's -1. So which is better? I don't know that either of them are necessarily better. Having a chlorine all the way down at +2, maybe, maybe not. I mean, if you double bond both O's, does that do us any better? Let's check. Real quick check. Chlorine, double bond O, 2, double bond O, 2, and the chlorine already has all its, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Is that what I should have? No, I need 18, 20. Right? Isn't that what we said? We need 20. Did I do it right? 20?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay, so the oxygens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, both of them are 0. And the chlorine is what? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should have 7, has 8, -1. Now here's the problem. That has less charged things, but it's wrong. Okay? Because which of these is more electronegative, the chlorine or the oxygen? Which one's more electronegative? Which one has the stronger pull for electrons? Oxygen. It's all the way up near the corner. So having the chlorine, which is weaker, being the one that has the extra electron is not okay. This would be bad and wrong. Now, here's the trick. If on, say, the AP exam or my test, they were to say, draw the Lewis dot structure, they would take any of these. If they say, draw the Lewis dot structure with the best formal charge, then you've got to be one of those two up at the top. Okay? Now, could you argue which of those two is better? I think they usually say having less things with charge, but then again, having chlorine with a +2, I don't know that I like that necessarily. So it might be a toss-up between those two. All right? All right. One other thing. For those of you that are my students, if you go into the Schoology folder, you go into something that says like useful stuff or interesting and useful stuff, there is a thing that says rules for formal charge. There are like 5 rules that we'll review on Monday. All right, so rules for formal charge. It's in the useful stuff folder. If you have any questions, let me know over the weekend.